Hi Leo, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. Thank you for being here. So I'm here to do a read for you and the other person. And that other person might be a significant other, it could be a spouse, it could be a person of interest, even a friend or a family member, okay? So please be sure to be aware of that, okay? Now energies do transcend, and this is a general reading. So what I might be talking about now might be someone's past, present, or future, okay? So please note that, all right? Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, I would definitely suggest you, have a private read to get into the specifics, okay? And you can do that through theguidedintuitive.com, and I'd love to have you. So, with that being said, this will be for February 16th through the 28th, 2019. Again, you and the other person. We're going to put some words to some feelings that might be going on, okay? And see if we can't bridge this gap, okay? All right, so without further ado, I'm going to shuffle just a couple more times. We're going to see what pops up. Please note that we do have a Facebook page at The Guided Intuitive, so click the button Visit Group on our business page, and that'll help you slide right on into our group because it's a closed group, so it will ask you a few questions. But if you want to have some like-minded souls on the same journey, I suggest that you do take part. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck, and let's get started and see what your first card is for this month of February 16th through the 28th, 2019. Nice. So we get the Queen of Wands coming right out of the gate here. Okay, very, very nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down just a little bit so you can see the cards much better. So just bear with me, okay? So let's go ahead and do that here. All right, so I want you to be able to see the cards just a little bit better. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the Queen of Wands. So what we talk about here now, the wands are all about this. Fire, like the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? And we get the Queen. She's got a lot of influence, and this has to do with her vibrancy and her exuberance and her spirituality that could just be reflected from the cat that's below. Her exuberance from the sunflower and there's opportunities that are budding, in the wand that she carries. So this is really great. So I believe that you're probably taking on this energy, Leo, at this particular time. Okay, so let's continue to see what else wants to come into play here. We get the Ace of Wands now. Here we go again. Again, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is you taking on that type of energy. And this is talking about the potential for inspiration, the potential for a new relationship, a new creation. Now, that creation could very much be a relationship. It could be something else. But, since we're talking about love, there looks like there is a potential new opportunity that is presenting themselves, itself to you here from the universe. Okay. So you just keep that in mind. Now, the potential means it's a potential, meaning that's going to take a little bit of work for yourself to make it actually come to fruition. So you do have to take part there as well, okay? So just note that, all right? So let's continue and see what comes up. The Empress, nice. Okay, so the Empress is talking about, this is all about femininity. This is all about beauty. And I think, Leo, that you might be taking this on. This is sex is neutral, could just as well be a man, but this is about, the energy of loving nice things, this is about fertility, right? And the beauty and the femininity. It's quite beautiful. And what I love about this card is so it kind of takes on this beautiful taking care of myself type of quality. And that's what the Empress seems to represent, here. And I love this because this is just reminding you, hey, to take care of yourself, to really nurture yourself, especially if you're having a child of some sort. That's really, really key. So just keep that in mind. That's what's coming out for you right now, in terms of that. And it is also about beauty. This is about grace, all of that there. So I actually love seeing this. It is also about some sort of abundance, right? Because the one cushion features that of Venus on here. And it's like this there's one cushion that she's sitting on. There's that symbol of Venus, so that's all about love, as well. And the red pomegranates, symbolic of fertility, right? And the passion with the red. So it looks like you're really feeling like, especially maybe you had a really good Valentine's Day, and maybe it's continuing for yourself, and it's all about loving yourself first, right? So that's what I always want to remind everyone of. It's so true, it's all about that. So as we continue, then we get the 7, it looks like here, the 7 of Wands. This is about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy, right? The fire energy. The 7s are about having faith. This is about, there might be some competition relating your love life, but this is saying to have faith and to, really, and even though that there's, competition taking place. That's what this is saying. So do keep that in mind. So that's what this is saying at this particular moment. So do be aware of that. Okay. So maybe there's been some competition in a relationship, but here's the thing. What's happening is you get the World card, which means that it's coming to completion. That this type of competition is coming to an end. I don't know if you're putting an end to it or it's just the universe has stepped in and saying, ta-da, here's the world for you. This is also about traveling, right? And this is taking care of yourself and traveling and doing what it is that you need to do to take care of your business. But this is a new opportunity for you. This is also, you've got the Capricorn here and you're represented right here below the Leo. So this is quite beautiful. Let's continue. You got this whole new completion and new beginning. And it's like, ridding yourself. There's no more competition anymore. No more of this adversity that's taking place, and that is disagreement. No more strife. You've got a whole new world ahead of you now. And I think what you're doing is you're ridding of this. I think that, with this competition and this, I think you're getting rid of this. You're changing your perspective. You're in this competition. You're changing the perspective how you feel. And I think that's how you got the world, because I think that when you change perspective, you're putting an end to it. You're putting an end to that perspective. There's no more of this having these negative thought patterns, or at least some specific ones that are standing in the way of your love life. You're putting an end to that. Not, almost as if you don't have to look over your shoulder anymore. Look at, you've got a 9 here. And the wands are got, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is you. And the 9s are coming to fruition. Your resilience and persistence to hold your ground and also perhaps even to make a change in your mindset, despite the challenges that were coming up. It, has brought a lot of enlightenment and allows you to go within, right? And get a lot more enlightenment, because you're not going to go back to this 3 of Swords stuff. You are not going to have this type of heartbreak, separation, and grief of any sort. You've had enough of that. I think like the world came in because you don't want to. The world came in because you put an end to all of these things here. Okay, there was an ending. Okay, and it continues because you don't want any more strife. And what you want is by going within, you realize that's not what you want in your life anymore. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is changing in your favor, my dear. Okay, so all my Leos, you all are actually going through a big change right now. Let's take a look at this other person. Let's just take a look at what's going on with them. This is a King of Pentacles. It could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or someone taking on that type of energy. The King is about authority. He's very disciplined and he's very controlling. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And it is, he's in charge of his pentacles, and he's really focused on that. At least at this particular moment. So it could be someone that you're relating to, or that you are speaking of. And it could have been, it could be that they were actually emotionally on a third party situation, or perhaps brought you into that. Could very much well could be. And if not, they're actually busy celebrating. They're doing a lot of celebratory stuff and that type of thing. Threes are about communication. The Cups is about friendship, community, just making sure there's not too much community, okay, with this person. But it could be the other way around. It could be that they are just, celebrating with friends and that type of thing, because they've worked so hard and they've accomplished a lot. And what it is I think that the Queen of Swords, the swords are the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know if this person is that. Perhaps, that person had taken on this energy and perhaps cut things out. that are now are people that are only going to serve his or her highest good, especially as it relates to a love situation. So that's this other person. And even though that there was a cup of love brought to them, okay, now this cup of love could have come from you, or this cup of love is just has to do with them. That the universe is sending to them, but they're not really seeing it because they're contemplating, they're going within, and they're meditating. This is all about stability. The fours are. This is about contemplation and having, apathy. This is what this is saying, but he's not really seeing it because he's really meditating. It's almost like he wants to stay in control, and it's been really difficult. Maybe it had to do with relating to work, but it could be in relation to a situation where it's been kind of a struggle, okay? A struggle to find the love and the stability in love, okay? But there is a brand new beginning, a potential new beginning that is coming through, that the universe is also sending out. The universe is sending some love. It's sending some more love, especially because this is a love reading. Pentacle could be anything you value, but two new potentials. It could be a new love, but also a new potential as it turns. Maybe it has to do with work, perhaps as well. That very much well could be the case for this other person. But quite interesting. I don't see. Well, I do see the cups over here, but he's not really looking at that. But it looks like he's moving towards with something with sheer passion. So I think that maybe going within has helped this person realize that competition is not what they want, and what they want is some sort of new beginning. And with this new beginning, I think they're passionately moving forward, very swift. This is the Knight, about motion, really fast. This is about, this is very hasty movement, okay? It's very opinionated movement. So you might be sharing some words. He or she might be sharing some words, as they come through, but they come in really, really quick. And then there's a Page of Pentacles. A lot of new beginnings for this person, right? A lot of new beginnings. A Page of Pentacles is like this new opportunity that is coming his or her way, over here. Okay. They're looking for the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. He might be coming in with some news to give an offering, and then because he also wants this Ten of Cups in this happy ever after type situation here. And, this is out of the heartache, out of the competition, and this is a change of everything that's happening. The wheel is changing now. This could be very promising, guys. I don't know. You got to let me know. Or, this person is I don't know, just focused on, but this person definitely wants this happy home life. It even gets the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, right? And the Knights are all about motion. So it's about energy, passion, lust, and adventure, but also moving very, very fast. And an opinion, it goes really, really fast. Quite interesting. I don't know if this person is married or could be married. Note your comments below, guys. It could be that is the case. They've got some passion that they want to move towards. So this is quite interesting. So there you have it. So what I'm going to do is pull some cards on what it is that you want to say and what this other person would want to say to you. Okay. Wow. Well, looks like there's a lot of new beginnings. Now for you, you've got an ending of you're really changing. You're getting rid of the competition. You've got this brand new beginning here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. No more of this heartache. You've gone within. I like that about what's happening for you, Leo. You're taking on that Empress energy, and you're taking care of what you need to take care of, because you also got that Ace of Wands new beginning. Okay, so I don't know. You might get an offer from this person, so now you got to decide what you want, but it's definitely not going to be something that is not going to give you, treat you like an empress, okay? I'm just saying, okay? All right, so what is it that you, Leo, want to say to this person? Okay, let's start with you here. See what that is. Piece of cardboard. Okay, let's cut the deck. Whoops. Well, guess it ended right there. Let's see here. Aww. So what you want to say to this person is, I'm sorry. How interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. And this is saying, my little Bella just had some vocals to add to that. So maybe she's saying, yeah, that may be something. Now, maybe you're not sure what that is. So basically this is saying is that, coming from your heart, and to really just say, hey, you know, I'm sorry, and to really mean it if you say it, because it's easy to pass someone on the street when you bump into them and say, oh, sorry, whatever. But this is saying really to have that heartfelt feeling in that, if that's something that you're going to share with someone, and really something that you want to convey, that you really do care about that other person's, you know, the other person's feelings, okay? So my little Bella's is getting into the vocals here. So what does this other person want to say to you? Oh, here it is. I know I'm being defensive. Can you say this in a less charged way so I can feel safe with you? Interesting. Okay. So quite interesting. So perhaps either you came across maybe a little charged, or the other person came across a little charged. Now keep in mind, what I might be sharing on this side, you might resonate more with this side or a different message. So you're going to know what kind of really speaks to you. But that's what this is saying. Okay. So maybe it's coming across a little too fast for them. And it just is basically saying that that you know that you know, maybe that, you know, acknowledging their feelings, and also saying that maybe this could be done in something that's not so you know, so charged, because I guess this person is moved a little bit when it comes across in such a charged way. So quite interesting. So what is it that you would like to say to them, if there's anything more that can be brought up? Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and pull it here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think Scorpio got this too. Okay, so when you are so intense, it's hard to take in what might be valid about what you are saying. So there is some intensity in terms of the communications that is coming through. Okay, that's what this is saying. And this is also saying, you know, communication can come in many forms, and it's just saying that, you know, to be very loving and nurturing in the process, and not so combative, and that's going to really help each other open up a little bit more for both of you. And I'll pull one more card for this other person to see what they want to say. Aww. Here's what they want to say to you, Leo. I treasure you. My gosh. Isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful. Okay. This is really beautiful. Oh, I love seeing this. That's so great. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull some other cards here, some soul trees, and see what's going to help you bring this together so you can have this great conversation here. Okay. What does that look like? What is it that's going to help you bring this conversation on so you can find these words to say as it relates to your feelings? Oh, initiative. Okay, so Leo's is saying you take the initiative, okay? You might want to check out Cancer's video. It's kind of very similar. You want to take the initiative as it relates to this conversation. You might want to have to start it, you know, in terms of bringing this forward, okay? New growth, okay? There's a new opportunity for a lot of new growth in this relationship, or the way that you're communicating together, okay? And also have compassion. Remember, we just talked about that when that charged, you know, kind of message came through saying, hey, can you say this in a less charged way? Well, this is saying, again, remember, compassion is going to be very, very important. Having compassion for each other's feelings. And what about this other person? What's going to help them? Trust. They've got to learn to trust all over again, okay? They're just learning to trust, and maybe in the past that they've had an issue with that. You know, so trust is going to be a very big issue with them. And then also taking action. This is taking action on doing their part as it pertains to this relationship as well. It's a beautiful card. Really, really beautiful. And I'm going to pull a root card for you because what I want to see, Leo, is what is it that you want to hear, what you don't want to hear but need to hear. Okay? How about that? So here it is. What is that for Leo? Okay, here it is. We'll cut the deck. All right, here it is. Go see some stuff. Go do some new things and talk to people that are cooler than you, okay? So this wants you to go take a trip. You need to take a trip somewhere, okay? That's what this is saying, Leo. What else can we get? That might resonate with some of you. Note your comments below, all right? I'm a Leo rising, so that sounds pretty good, all right? The next thing is that you are not the center of the universe. Boy, isn't that cool? stop obsessing. Okay, so if you're having obsessive thoughts, and I think that we talked about this, guys, a little bit, putting an end. See, remember what we talked about? We wanted to put an end. There was a death card as it relates to the challenging situation, and then going within the perspective, you're putting an end to that. This is saying stop obsessing. This is so helpful, and it's going to be helpful in your relationship too, because otherwise you're going to play that same tape over and over and over in your mind. And what you need to do is to break out of that. Okay. And so this is sometimes just stepping back and doing something that you really, really enjoy as a tangent to get you off that track. And that way, the more that you start doing things that you love, the more that you start carrying that frequency of that energy, and then keep focusing on the positive things that are happening, the gratefulness of wonderful things that are happening. So this is saying stop obsessing, okay? Very interesting. Love this. Okay, well, note your comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the month of March. And until then, Leo, namaste.